Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a relatively comprehensive guide of all the currencies and miscellaneous currencies in Fallout 76. So without further ado, let's get into this. So first of all, we're of course starting off with Bottlecaps. Bottlecaps are the main currency of the Fallout series, if you didn't know, which I assume you do. So obviously most of you already understand how this currency tends to work. They can be spent at all 12 train stations on the map, and they can also be spent at random traveling merchants and vendors as such. The White Spring Mall also has lots of cap vendors. Bottle caps are really not hard to acquire at all. There are many ways to get them, such as selling random shit to NPC vendors, selling items at your own vending machine that players can buy, or they'll be dropped by enemies. You can find them in random boxes, or they'll be given to you upon completion of a quest or an event. So next up, we're going to be talking about stamps. Stamps are the expedition currency. Stamps are only given to you either through expedition completion or through the pass. These can be spent at Giuseppe in the White Spring Refuge. I probably butchered that name, but they can be spent at Giuseppe in the White Spring Refuge for special rewards such as Union Power Armor, which is currently, or I'm not sure, but last time I heard it was bugged and you couldn't get it, but I don't know, maybe you can get it now. But Union Power Armor and the Auto Axe, and plus all kinds of random ass decorations and cosmetics. So next up, we got Perk Coins. Perk Coins are the currency that you use to upgrade your legendary perks after level 50, once you actually unlock your first legendary perk. These babies are not too easy to get your hands on, but I'll still give you a rundown, obviously. Scrapping old perk cards and through the past rewards are the only two ways you'll get perk coins that I know of, at least. So once you get to a point and you're leveling up slow and you've already scrapped all your perk cards, it tends to get really slow and you only get maybe 50 to 100 from the pass. You do get a bonus amount of perk coins at level 50 in order to start you off when you get your unlock legendary perks. But they are very hard to get, but they are super worth it. So next up, we got Gold Bullion. Which that's how I say it, at least. Gold Bullion is introduced as a currency upon completion of the treasure hunting storyline. That you start off that storyline right when you get in the game, I believe. Once you break open Vault 79, you will gain access to a few gold vendors around the map. These vendors are Mortimer in the crater, Samuel next to the Foundation elevator, and Regs in Vault 79. So, Gold Bullion is given upon completion of the treasure hunting storyline, but you may be wondering how to get more, which I'm assuming you are wondering. Treasury notes in the past will be your best ways. Treasury notes are given from daily quests and harder events. You can trade these at a Gold Bullion machine at a few locations. The one that I personally go to is in the Crater Core, and you can only trade in 40 treasury notes a day, which is equal to 400 gold a day. There are other vendors on the map or trade-in stations, but I don't feel like showing them, but there's one that I go to in the Crater Core, and you can teleport to the Crater Core for free, so that's where I go. There's definitely one at the Foundation too, I just don't know where it is. So next up, we're talking about Tadpole and Possum badges. So in order to actually unlock these, you have to complete the Order of the Tadpole side quest, and upon completion of this side quest, you will now gain access to the Possum and Tadpole challenges. But in order to access these, you gotta go to your map, go to the menu in the top left, go to challenges, and then go to the world section and scroll down, and then you should see Possum and Tadpole badges. So Possum ones tend to be harder than the Tadpole ones. And upon completion of each of these challenges, you gain one badge for a Possum or a Tadpole badge, right? You gain one badge, which is the currency. If you want to trade these in, you trade them in at Camp Adams and Pioneer Scout Camp for good backpack mods that I know of and cosmetics. So, tons of random stuff. So, next up, again, we have Legendary Scrip. So, Legendary Scrip, in my opinion, is one of the most vital currencies to be grinding in the game, or especially early game. They can be spent at the Rusty Pick, which is down in the Ash Heap. You can buy legendary modules, random legendary weapons and armor, and some other random important shit. Legendary Scrip is really not that hard to get. You just gotta take your random bullshit legendaries that you never touch because they're trash. Go to your nearest train station and trade those babies in at the legendary exchange, which is usually outside of the train station. You can only gain 500 scrip a day, so make sure you're on top of it. So next up, we have Nukacade Points. Nukacade Points can be earned either by playing games in the Nukacade, which is boring as fuck and I don't do, or completing the Nuka World on Tour events, which those events would include the Spin the Wheel event, the Most Wanted event, the Tunnel of Love event, and the Seismic Activity event, which almost never happens. So next up, we're talking about claim tokens, and these can be rewarded upon completion of the load-bearing event, and these can be spent right outside of the mine that the load-bearing event takes place in, and it will give you rewards. You can pick like different levels of rewards and stuff. So next up, we're talking about Pleasant Valley tickets. So after you complete the quest Key to the Past, you will gain access to the basement of the Pleasant Valley Resort, where you can trade in your Pleasant Valley claim tickets for random rewards. No, this is not a goon cave. These can be dropped from ghouls or scorched after the completion of this quest from earlier. So last of all, we're talking about technical data. And there's a good amount of ways to get technical data, but I'll be completely honest, I don't want to film them, and I don't want to grind for it, but I know you can find it from challenges and missions. You can get it from enemies, and you can, find it around the world. You can turn technical data into Scribe Valdez at Fort Atlas for Brotherhood of Steel cosmetics and weapons and other random things. Alright guys, well that's the end. I hope this helped clear up some confusion of these currencies, because this game has a lot, and I remember being really confused when I got into the game, but I hope this helped, and if it did, let me know down below. And if I forgot something and you know enough about it, please comment down below a detailed description of how that currency works, or some sort of trade token or whatever, how it works, so that someone else, if they're looking for something and it's not in my video, they can find it in the comments. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you later.